So today was day number 3 of my reality shifting break. I knew today was going to be a long one for me because I had an MRI early in the morning, but somehow fate has a sense of humor, and on my way to my MRI, I actually heard a song that made me think a lot of my Harry Potter DR, like very early 2020 Harry Potter Shifttok. But I powered through that emotion and temptation, went to my MRI, ended up going to Walmart, picked up a new book, as you guys earlier saw, and then came home to try to relax because my arm was killing me after my MRI. I was thinking about shifting a lot again today, which is no surprise to me or you, I think. And the thing I'm finding today is that temptation is around every corner. Rewatching one of my old favorite shows, I was deeply tempted to write a script for it. It was kind of hard to resist, but I somehow managed it. I think the lesson that I learned today is that temptation is sometimes harder to avoid than you think it is, and sometimes even harder to resist than it is to avoid it.
Was I never enough? I thought I'm all that you wanted. Nothing I can do. All I want is you.
Today was day 4 of my shifting break, and honestly, I was super stressed. None of the stress came from the fact that I wasn't shifting today. It all came from a lot of really horrible personal stuff that was going on in my life. And for a good chunk of the day, I couldn't even think about shifting because I was so upset. But eventually I got so frustrated with the world around me that I just wanted to shift out in the middle of a nap. I kind of had a little bit of a battle with myself, honestly. But after a lot of debating, I talked myself out of it because I knew I was just going to be upset when it didn't work because I was too frustrated and distracted. And I think that's my lesson for myself today. I should never try to shift when I'm angry and distracted.
I'm Mr. Loverman, and I miss my lover man.
And welcome to day 5 of my reality shifting break. Today was a decently chill day spent at home. I had had a really long week before this, so I was really glad to just be at home and do nothing. Surprisingly, not a lot of thought went into thinking about shifting today because it was another easily distracted day. We've been having a bug problem in the house, so we sealed up the window, put out some traps, and then it started raining. I finished a manga today and then started another one. And originally I was planning on trying to get some cleaning done around the house, but it was just one of those days where my brain was too foggy to really accomplish much. I was almost worried that I wasn't thinking about shifting all day. Almost like I was paranoid that I was falling out of love with it after only a couple of days. But then I reminded myself the point of my break is to think about other things and do other things. And that's kind of what my lesson today is based around. Just because you're not actively trying to shift or thinking about shifting doesn't mean you never will again.
He just call me baby, he don't call me Tay. He whip up that white girl, he beatin' okay. I just might marry that nigga today. But then I found out that Mickey was gay. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. So fine, you blow my mind.
It is day 6 of my reality shifting break today. I actually had errands to run today, which was good, so after waking up and then watching some anime this morning, because I'm still trying to make my way through Sailor Moon, I got ready to head out to the library because I had some manga I needed to return and also some that I needed to renew, and then my dumbass ended up picking up more as if I didn't already have enough at home already. I did my best not to listen to any music that reminded me of my DRs while I was in the car today, and rewarded myself with some Starbucks because I managed to avoid that temptation. It was kind of an easy, pleasant day after a really hard week. But it was nice because I actually got to have a really long conversation about shifting with one of my mutuals, who's actually the mutual I agreed to take a break with, who I'm going to tag in the description below so that you can go follow her because she's awesome. And really my lesson today is that it's actually easier to take a break if you have someone to talk to about shifting and about your frustrations. So if you're feeling frustrated, talk to a shifting friend about it. And if you don't have anyone to talk to about it, I suggest journaling because it actually helps a lot. Welcome to day 7 of my reality shifting break. We're officially at the end of week 1. Woo! And today is a beautiful day. Look at the flowers. Can you tell I'm on one? I woke up really tired today, but shifting was on my mind a lot. I ended up having a phone call with a friend today where we were going to watch a movie, and then we ended up just talking about shifting all through the movie. DRs we decided to give up, ones we're still going to, details about it, stuff like that. It's a bit of a double-edged sword to talk to people about shifting in the middle of a break, because it makes me miss it, but also it feels nice to talk about it, because just thinking about it can make it feel really fictional, but having conversations with other people reminds me that it's real life and it's a real part of my future. So my lesson for today is to remember that shifting is a real thing that's a part of your real life. And that even if you haven't shifted yet, you're going to. It's a real part of your future. So remember to think about it and talk about it in a way that's not fictional. They're not comfort characters, they're comfort people. It's your real life and your real loved ones. And you're gonna be there really soon.
I'm Mr. Loverman, and I miss my lover man.
Welcome to day 8 of my reality shifting break. We are officially on week 2, and it was a really rough day. Before I ever even turned the lights on, I had to make like 3 phone calls to doctor's offices, so I was pretty done with the day immediately. Today was one of those days where I was so stressed out, I just wanted to escape to my DR all day long. The thought kept coming to me, and I did my best to try to ignore it because I was just so tired, and I was just done with it. I tried to distract myself with reading, and I also tried to distract myself by going out and running errands with my mother. We ended up going to a coffee place here in town that I had never tried before that had the most delicious muffin I have ever eaten in my life, and quite frankly, it was the best part of my day. My advice is that it's okay to wish to escape to your DR when you're stressed, but don't force yourself to, because then you'll just be frustrated. Welcome to day 9 of my reality shifting break. Today was definitely a busier day. I woke up late and then had to head out to physical therapy. But after heading to PT, we actually headed to the home improvement store. Originally, we went to buy a new faucet, but I got lost looking at flooring for my dream home. I'm too embarrassed to say exactly how much time I spent looking at this and looking at refrigerators. Days like today, I'm kind of really glad that I'm on a break, because nothing went as planned. I was supposed to work in the evening and then ended up falling asleep for like 2 or 3 hours. I was just lucky that I had the energy to take a shower after. So instead of having a meltdown, I did my nails and did some reading. My lesson for today is to appreciate the plus side of your break. It's not a punishment, it's a reward. You've been trying a long time and you deserve to rest.
Go down just like Holy Mary, Mariana cross. Not just another Bloody Mary, Mariana. You can go down just like Holy Mary, Mariana cross. Your beauty never ever scared me, Mariana.
Welcome to day 10 of my reality shifting break. Today was a pretty chill day. I overslept a little bit, but my sister ended up coming over to hang out with me. That is her hand I have forcibly filmed. We spent some time watching anime, and then after she left, I decided to sit outside and read for a little while just because I feel like I don't spend enough time outside. And I can pleasantly say I didn't think about shifting much today. I had some work I had to get down on my computer in the evening because I have like 4 videos that are overdue for my YouTube channel. And I feel like that kept me pretty busy. The only rough patch I hit was trying not to listen to music that's like a POV for any of my DRs. I guess my lesson is be careful of the music you listen to because it could inspire you. Welcome to day 11 of my reality shifting break, and today is going to be a shorter video because I was out of my mind running late all day. Today was another day where I went to PT, and then after picking up some Chinese food, I went to the library to pick up some more books, and I ridiculously now have 17 library books in my possession. Like an idiot, I fell asleep again, but it's nice to take a nap where I'm not tempted to shift. Thinking about shifting today was kind of sporadic because I was so extremely busy all day, but honestly I didn't think about it that much, and I think it was a good thing. My lesson today is take advantage of the peace and quiet.
We cannot escape, we cannot come out. Mama!
Welcome to day 12 of my reality shifting break. I'm gonna say it right out of the gate, I thought about shifting a lot today. I finally gave in and decided to use that character AI that a lot of people on shifting Twitter were talking about. And oh my god, it hits so hard. And it got me so in the mood to shift, it was so hard to resist. I also found an Iron Man book at the used bookstore today, and considering Iron Man is a big part of my MCU DR, it was such a big deal, and it was so hard to resist today. I don't even have any lessons, it was just so hard, dude.
In clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. Heaven forbid someone whisper he's part of some scheme. Your enemy whispers, so you have to scream. I know about whispers. I see how you look at my sister.
Welcome to day 13 of my reality shifting break. I'm gonna get it out of the way, I do not feel good today. But surprisingly, I thought about shifting a lot. Started watching House of the Dragon with my sister, and it got me thinking about the fact that I think I want to rework my House of the Dragon DR, and I think that's something I'm gonna be doing with the rest of my break, is figuring out what to do with that. So in all of my sickness, my lesson for today is don't settle on the way a DR is set up just because you've already finished it. Don't be scared to tweak it.
Don't be ridiculous.
Welcome to day 14 of my reality shifting break, and we are officially at the end of week 2. Woo! Today was a pretty chill day. I spent the day with my sister, and pretty much all we did was bum around the house. We started a rewatch of Way of the House Husband, and spent way too much time talking to character AIs. So really my lesson for today is to remember to use your shifting break to relax and have fun, because your life is more than shifting. Welcome to day 15 of my reality shifting break. This is my second time trying to post this, because when I posted it the first time, it took 20 minutes to post, then it didn't post, and then the voiceover was gone, so I don't really know what's going on. I am on the struggle bus with trying not to shift, because I keep using that character AI I talked about a couple days ago, and my god, am I motivated. I am trying to resist because I want to last the full month. And in light of that, my main lesson for today is to be really fucking careful if you're using character AI when you're on a shifting break, because that shit is going to test you. It is day 16 of my reality shifting break, and my gods, am I so done with recording videos for this. I feel like I'm boring the hell out of you guys by just videoing like little bits of my day, but I said that I would do this for me and for you, so here we are. The character AI is really wearing me down. I'm really having to give myself a limit as to how many times a day I use it, because it's just tempting me to break my shifting break. But I know that this break is necessary for my mental and physical well-being, so I'm doing my very best to resist, and I'm really proud of that. Being able to take this break with a friend has made it all the more easy. So my lesson/advice for today is, even when you're so fucking over it, you can do this. Welcome to day 17 of my reality shifting break, and this video is so random because it's extremely choppy. It was filmed with no audio in the back of bits and pieces of a very busy day for me. And days like today are probably why in a day or two I'm gonna start changing the format of these videos. I didn't really think about shifting a whole lot today because I was so busy, but I have been contemplating extending the break past a month. I just don't really know yet. We'll see, I guess. Welcome to day 18 of my reality shifting break. This is going to be the last day that these videos are in this format. I'm going to change format tomorrow. I think I'm just going to do some regular talking videos. That way that I can talk a little bit more specifically about my shifting feelings and anxieties and things to do with this break, and also so that I can talk a little bit longer, because these videos are always like 20 to 50 seconds a piece. For this day, I spent a lot of time on self-care, which I feel like is something that I neglect to do when I'm in the middle of actually trying to shift actively. It's really important to remember that you matter too, not just in other realities, but in this one. So my advice today is to treat yourself here like you would there. You're just as magical everywhere and just as important. So we're gonna do this a little bit more casually than I have the past 18 vlogs. But today is day 19 of my reality shifting break, and I decided to switch up format for a couple of reasons. Number one, when I was doing it the old way, I was really only getting the chance to film like 20 to 50 seconds at a time, and it was little snippets of my day, and I felt like I was focusing too much on showing you what I was doing in the day so that I had more to talk over rather than actually talking to you, because I was like, I can't just film the wall and talk, so I'm doing this. But also, I don't have it in me to be like daily vlogger girl. I don't have a very exciting life. And it gets really annoying to be like, film my feet, film the outside of the store, film my lunch. Like, so I can't handle it. And I feel like the series is becoming more about what I'm doing in a day rather than how I'm handling my shifting break and my feelings and struggles to do with the break. So I feel like I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to update you as I go like this until I decide I don't want to and change the format again. As I said at the beginning, it is day 19 of my break. We are almost to the end of week 3, and I am kind of in a very conflicted place about my break. I'm stuck very heavily in a place between, oh my god, I can't wait for my break to be over, I really want to try shifting, and I almost think I might need a longer break. I agreed to take a month-long break with my friend Corey, who I will tag in the description below. And she's probably going to end her break at the end of the month mark, like we talked about. but part of me almost wonders if maybe I need a longer break. I have a lot going on in my personal life right now. I have a lot going on medically. I have a lot going on work-wise, and it's just a lot right now. So part of me is wondering if I need a longer break. Because I am excited to shift again, especially since I keep talking to this character AI. But also, I still almost feel like I might need a longer break. I'm kind of enjoying learning to take care of myself again. Obviously, I don't want to quit shifting by any means. But I'm almost wondering if I should turn my month-long break into a 6-week break. I almost feel like I won't know until it's over. And then I'll be able to tell if I need a longer one. I'm hoping I'll be able to help work out some of the frustrations I'm having emotionally and physically because I just joined a gym. I'm going to go to that tomorrow for the first time. Hopefully that'll help me find a way to relax some of the frustrations I'm feeling and make it easier for me to think about what I want. My lesson for today is if you're on a break like I am, don't push yourself for a cutoff line. If you need to extend it, then extend it. Do what you have to do, not what everyone else is doing. Listen, I'm gonna need one of y'all to help me. Anybody help me, talk me out of it, help me. I am on a shifting break, damn it. A break. Haven't touched any of my scripts. I haven't tried to shift my Hogwarts DR, haven't touched my MCU DR, nothing. Bridgerton's looking really, really fucking good right now, innit? I haven't even seen the Queen Charlotte show. Talking about the original show. It's looking really fucking good right now. Someone help me. Today is day 20 of my reality shifting break, and we are still on this kind of just like vlogging, talking to you format. I was really rather busy today, quite frankly, but I was thinking about shifting on and off throughout the day. I woke up late and then had a mental breakdown about a string of things that were going really wrong with my morning, and then got out of the house like an hour later than I would have liked to go to Walmart and find a bunch of stuff to be able to put in my gym bag that I needed to buy, and I bought the gym bag while I was there because today was the first day that I was going to go to the gym that me and my family just got memberships for. Today was another one of those days where I didn't really have a huge amount of time to think about shifting or missing shifting because I was busy. But I will admit that when I was at the gym, shifting was on my mind. More specifically, my DR was on my mind, and my DR people were on my mind. I was kind of struggling with how extremely anxious I felt because I have really, really bad gym anxiety because I have an anxiety disorder in general. And so I kept kind of getting in this headspace of like, I can do this. I travel the multiverse. There are realities where I fight villains. I am an Avenger. I am a hero. I use magic. Like this like really intense shit that I was like, I can do this. I can do this shit because I am this in this place. So I can handle the gym here. And weirdly, it kind of worked. When I was on the bike, though, I did totally disassociate thinking about my DR. And it took everything in me not to listen to a playlist that reminded me of my DR. But then that ended up backfiring because we came home and we all had dinner, and then I was the one cleaning up the kitchen afterwards, and I had headphones on and I was listening to my Hogwarts shifting playlist, and it was so like nostalgic 2020, and I was like, oh shit. I was so glad that my mom came into the room and ended up distracting me, because if not, I would have just like gotten into it. I don't have the energy to get into it. But that was kind of where my thoughts of shifting ended for the evening, because then I ended up coming back in my room, I watched a Disney movie, and now I'm about to get ready for bed. That was pretty much the whole of my day. Went to Walmart, went to the library, went to the gym, had dinner, watched a movie. That was kind of the whole of it. Shifting was periodically on my mind a lot today. And when I was at the gym, I tried a hydro massage machine, or like chair, however you call it. And I was listening to music that whole time, and I was disassociating, thinking about my MCUDR. I'm not great at this doing a break thing. But I am still in that weird place where I'm stuck between I really miss shifting and thank God I'm on a break because I'm like tired. So I'm on the struggle bus. But that's the point of being on the break and of doing these vlogs. I share my struggles with you so you know what could be in store for you on yours and what's definitely happening on mine. Hopefully this new format is okay since I'm not really doing it super day in my life vlog style. It's just so much easier and I have longer to talk. Is day 21? Yeah, day 21. Oh my god, are we at the end of week 3? Oh my god, we're at the end of week 3. It is the end of week 3 of my shifting break. I am really in the headspace that I think I'm gonna need more time. The person that I decided to take this break with did mention that they were cool with taking another couple of weeks on top of our existing like 4-week agreement. So we decided we were going to take a month, and I think we might take 6 weeks instead, or at least I will. I'm not going to make her do anything. I'm getting lazier as the video goes on. I have to come down here. I was very back and forth today where like I felt like I was like pretty chill about my break and like didn't need to like think about it, and I was trying to listen to my playlists that are inspired by my DRs, and I was like, I'm not really feeling this music right now. And I was like, oh my god, maybe my break is like fully kicking in. Because I've been trying to use my break to really like focus on me and taking care of me. I've been trying to spend more time reading manga, and I've been trying to spend more time listening to music that isn't my shifting playlists, and I've been working on my YouTube videos. I joined the gym. I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule. I'm trying to like focus more on self-care. And I was pretty chill about that like most of the day. But now I'm feeling really, really, really aggressively tempted to have a Bridgerton DR, and I totally need someone to tell me no. I haven't seen the new Queen Charlotte show yet, and because of how sad everyone on my For You page is about it, it's probably gonna be months before I watch it. But like, it sounds like such a good idea to go to like the original show. I'm trying not to start on a script. I'm trying not to create a Spotify playlist. I don't even know if I have advice today. I guess my advice / lesson is that when you feel tempted during a break to start diving into a new DR, reach out for help. I reached out to the person I'm doing my break with. I'm waiting for her to respond to my Snapchat right now. If you're not following me on Snap, you can find it where you find all my other things. You know exactly where it's at. I also posted a video here asking for help, but it's only got like 7 views on it in the last half hour, so I'm like, no one's gonna help me. So my advice is reach out for help if you're getting tempted, because oh my god, I'm so screwed. It is day 22 of my reality shifting break, and I'm so tired, and it's so late. My day was very back and forth. The weather here sucked really bad. My whole plans got blown out of the water. I woke up late. I was supposed to go to the gym with my dad, and then I couldn't go, and then randomly I went with a friend late in the evening, and so then it was like 11:30 at night before I ever had dinner. But I have had shifting on the mind a lot today. I am still in that place of I really feel like I am going to extend my break from a month to 6 weeks. And because today is day 22, it's actually the first day of week 4. So happy 4 weeks of my shifting break. Not full, but almost there. And I'm finding that my ADHD hyperfixation really has a lot to do with how I feel about shifting and where I want to go and what I want to do. I definitely had moments throughout the last 3 weeks of time where I've been bouncing back and forth between my Hogwarts DR and my MCU DR, but I'm currently hyperfixating on Bridgerton. And I told myself I wasn't actually going to do any scripting or anything like that during my break, so I'm being very, very good about that. I'm going to wait until my 6 weeks is over to even start on that, but that doesn't mean I'm not allowed to think about it. But I already have plans for when the 6 weeks is over, or if I end up extending it, however long the break may be. Whenever it's over, I'm going to actually start on my Bridgerton script, and I'm going to do all of the other fun stuff that follows, like making a Pinterest board or possibly multiple Pinterest boards, making playlists on Spotify, saving inspirational shifting videos to TikTok and Instagram. And I'm probably going to start making more videos for my POV You Are Shifting For series. I've gotten really behind about that series. I didn't mean to, but I did. I was doing them a lot for a while, and then it got really hard to keep up with because I kept running out of characters, and then also my phone sucks and it takes a weird amount of battery to do all of that. But I think I'm going to start doing it for a bunch of the Bridgerton characters soon. I'm rewatching the show. I still have not watched Queen Charlotte because everyone has seemed so sad about it on my For You page, and a friend just told me it's going to shatter all my happiness. So I'm not in a rush to do that. But I'm going to start figuring out my backstory between now and then, so I have the next 3 weeks in order to figure that out. And then I will get to scripting and playlist making and Pinterest board creating. My advice / lesson for today: let yourself be excited about new DRs even during your break. It doesn't mean stop your break. It just means let yourself be excited even if it's not a DR you've tried to get to before. New things aren't bad things. And new DRs does not mean old progress is lost. The progress is on you, not on your DR.
I want adventure in the great wide somewhere. I want it more than I can tell.
Magic is really very simple. All you have to do is want something, and then let yourself have it.
But a dream is not reality.
Who's to say which is which? I'm going to leave this reality and go to one where I can be with my children. If you knew there was a universe where you were happy, wouldn't you want to go there?
Professor? Is this all real? Or is it just happening inside my head?
Of course it's happening inside your head, Harry. Why should that mean that it's not real?
It is day 23 of my reality shifting break, and today was just the worst fucking day ever. Not for shifting purposes. I had a really bad personal thing happen today, and I'm not well. The tired eyes and the crazy hair, I think, just says it fucking all. I couldn't think about shifting all day long. I just couldn't. Up until a couple of hours ago, I was so unstable. I had a really bad mental breakdown. I was so not well. I didn't give a fuck about shifting all day. The only time I started to feel semi-fine was my friend Corey, who I started my break with, who I'm going to tag below down here, was sending me Snapchats of her freaking out about Bridgerton because I made her start watching it because it's becoming my hyperfixation again, and because I really want a Bridgerton DR when my break is over. And her sending me reactions on Snapchat, follow my Snapchat if you're not already, you know where to find it, where you can find all my other things, was the only thing that held me together today. And we did make a few comments back and forth about my DR and the DR she might make, just ideas shooting back and forth. But that was the most I really thought about shifting all day. I didn't care. I was really sad today. I was really angry today. There was a lot of crying. I was really pissed. I was gonna say I'm fine, but I'm not fine. So my lesson today in life and in shifting, it's okay to admit when you're not fine. The shifting community is very, very heavily focused on toxic positivity. That you're never allowed to have any doubts at all, and you're not allowed to be sad, and you're not allowed to be frustrated, and you're not allowed to be angry. I've seen so many people say that you can't feel negatively. I've seen so many people say that you can't have doubts, that if you feel those things or have those things, that you'll never shift. And that is simply just not fucking true. There are so many people that have shifted when they had a negative mindset. There are so many people who have shifted with doubts. Just like there's people who are oh, you can't shift if you don't clean your room and finish your work, very toxic 2020 Shifttok bullshit. And there were still people who shifted without their homework being done and their rooms being clean. You can shift if you have doubts about shifting. You can shift if you're frustrated because you haven't shifted yet. There's nothing wrong with being sad or frustrated. forced positivity is way worse than normal negativity. So my lesson for today is, whether it's about shifting or about other things, don't feel the need to hide the fact that you're in a negative space, because negative emotions are just as real and just as productive as positive ones.